What's on the menu? This is always one of my favorite times of the year. NFL, Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
Football, good food, good people around, drinks, everything is flowing. And now they've blessed us with a Friday game. The Chiefs play on Friday. So we get 3 Thursday, 1 Friday. Let's talk a little bit about what's on the menu. The appetizer.
Yeah, your team's playing.
Naturally, the Bears at Lions. This is the first game on the slate.
I love it.
Lions have won 9 in a row. They continue to just mash people every single week. Every week, pundits and sharps alike try to find a reason to fade the Lions, and they go in and mash everybody's favorite team.
They're the only team that you got to put in a one-on-one category. Doesn't matter what spot they're in. They're the best cover in the league.
Coming into the league, into the season, that was my Super Bowl pick.
You're on it.
They are every bit as good as I thought they would be. Defensively, even a lot better. I didn't think defensively they'd be able to stifle people
Aaron
like
Glenn
they have been.
Is the Ben Johnson of last year.
Can the Bears play spoiler for the Lions on Thanksgiving?
Absolutely. The Bears, and I was on them plus 3.5 against the Vikes. They've covered 6 of their last 7 in division. They've covered. This is a 10.5-point line. We know about, obviously, favorites on Thanksgiving, the Lions on Thanksgiving, even though they've had a negative track record on seasons, they somehow show up on Thanksgiving. 10.5 points, Sean, for a top 5 defense? I mean, you gotta sit here and think the Bears are gonna make it competitive.
Do I need to play the tape back on what I just opened the segment with?
Right,
we continue to doubt the. You shook your head. Yeah, I know.
Well, I took the Lions. I took the Lions over the Colts.
We continue to doubt the Lions every single week, and they cover the number and mash everybody. Then I come to you about the Bears, and you're like, definitely.
I'm telling you, the Bears, I think, in the last after the Arizona game, have shown me they can hang in every game. I mean, the splits, how many times have they really laid an egg this season looking absolutely lethargic? 3 times maybe, with a coach that's
They've had some tough losses. I mean, last 5 weeks, Hail Mary, overtime, and a blocked field goal all in the last 5 weeks.
Honestly, and I don't know who sees worse, me with no contacts or Eberflus in general. But get this dude out of there.
Dude,
he's clear. Like, this team has talent on both sides, Sean. And Caleb is here to stay. It's like you're giving me 10.5 with a team. I mean, this dude, I'm sorry.
On a short week, I get it.
Give me the points.
I wouldn't bet the Bears. But
well, if we're and just for those out there, I think we're spending Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, we're gonna hang for a little bit.
For a little. If you can hang out with me for 12 hours.
No.
That's a long time.
Dude, easy.
But if we're crafting a parlay, and we're starting out like we're building a legs for the day.
Yeah.
Am I convincing you Bears plus 10.5? You pushing back on just let's put Lions money line and move on?
Well, I need Lions in a other play that I've had that goes back into the prior week. But
good for you.
If we're
building a plate of a parlay of if we're picking all 3 games.
Yeah, I would let us take the Bears plus 10.5.
Thank you. That's all I needed. It's all I needed to start the
day.
Nothing on the total?
Before we eat.
But to go back to contacts and Eberflus, first of all, he hasn't won a challenge in years. And sometimes I am sitting on my couch in New York City, and I cannot figure out what some of these people are looking at. I see the replay one time. This is not a challenge. It's clearly a catch. Meanwhile, there's guys making millions of dollars. People are on the field. They're messaging from up in the press box. They're watching all. I saw the one angle Fox decided to give me, and I know it's a catch. And meanwhile, you're watching 5 angles, and you're deciding to challenge. And it's like sometimes I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, and I'm watching a different game than other people are watching.
Eberflus on that, he said because it was such a big gain on the Jordan Addison play, he's like it always warrants a challenge when it's that
I'll
explosive.
just burn up a challenge and a timeout because Jordan Addison had a big gain.
Eberflus,
he sucks.
2-15 under him, playing against teams above 500 straight up. 2-15.
He's 2-8 on challenges, and as a Bears coach, horrific.
It's horrific.
All
And
right, we'll sleep on the 10.5.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's
We
go.
lean Lions.
So we'll chat 10.5. That's a big number, but the Lions have been absolutely lights out.
Yeah.
Let's get to the entree. I guess it's an entree.
Is DJ on
'cause
his
of the
way to
time-
Jerry's World yet? We need to know that. The
'Cause the-
meme that's gone viral.
I wish. Because of the time of the day, it has to be the intro or the entree. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But Giants at Cowboys.
Yeah, no one's eating this meal.
DeVito, he's back. Another primetime game. Fun for his family and his friends, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
when they
that's
saw
cool.
Baker, which elder relative saw him doing this and didn't realize it was Baker down on the field doing
Yeah,
that,
like,
and not him.
It's not wrong jersey color, wrong color. Talk to me about this game. Is there anything we could pull out that could be somewhat interesting? Two
Man,
backup quarterbacks. The Cowboys
You ended the sentence early, and I didn't have an answer
are
for
a
you.
team. I could are a team that I mean.
I don't have a betting angle. I mean,
Nothing.
the Cowboys just spoiled the Commanders. That game was absolutely wild.
I guess you know what could be interesting if the Giants go in there and smash them
That would be
and
an
play
interesting
really well.
storyline.
Maybe they bounce back off the neighbors' comments and Dayball is pissed and they put together a really good game plan.
They're
that
getting
exposes
3.5,
the
right? I
Giants.
believe.
Maybe that. Could I convince you to put the Giants money line in a parlay?
If it's ours and we're going down together. I'm not going
Is this
down
the-
by myself.
is
That's
this the
prime
game
time
where-
eating hours, by the way.
Yeah.
We're eating during that. So I don't want to have to maybe throw up because we took the Giants.
Okay, let's
Hey,
get to dessert.
I was
This is
gonna
an
ask
interesting game.
one thing though. Is this
Yeah.
the game that Tom Brady just freaks out over the quarterback play and just like can't
Ooh.
Oh,
take
because
the
he
Brady
is,
on
he is on the
Thanksgiving.
mic, huh?
Yeah.
Brady on Thanksgiving.
Freaks out over the quarterback play. Maybe.
Rush versus DeVito, not a Madden 80 in sight, dude.
Yeah,
This
dude,
is
they're
a
both pretty. They're both
disaster.
brutal.
Like, why isn't Lance getting shine? Again, another guy you're
good
paying
question.
real money for. They're
Gave up
paying
real
real
picks.
money.
Gave up real
real
picks.
picks. You're going with Rush? What, to save face in the sweet box, Jerry? Keep it moving.
Let's go.
Embarrassing.
Dessert. Dolphins at Packers.
Yeah, now we got a game.
If you haven't heard this already, it's going to be cold. in Green Bay.
We know what to
And
do.
Guess who doesn't play well in the cold?
The fish.
Tua and the Finns. Is this going to be a game?
Is this similar to the KC? The easiest game in last year's playoffs was this
KC.
warm weather team going to Kansas City.
It was below zero in
Yeah.
that game. It was like negative 10, 12 with the wind chill.
Unless Jameis Winston's coming with a megaphone to pump these boys up in the snow, if it gets there, no chance.
I actually
man.
like a lot of points in this game.
You do?
I think there's a lot of points scored in this game. Green Bay is good for a couple turnovers. Jordan Love's good for a turnover. I have no doubt about that.
Pete, do we have a quick weather breakdown for Black Friday, please?
I will say this.
I'm sorry.
No, that
Thursday.
game is
That's
Thursday
Thursday.
night.
My
Thursday
bad.
night.
Raiders Chiefs is Black Friday.
The Dolphins have been playing a lot better since Tua came back in the fold. They've gotten, I think, 3 straight wins. And offensively, they're putting up points.
Guess it comes down to weather.
Thank you for letting me pull that up, Alex, giving me
Yeah.
the time. On Thursday, I was looking at Sunday where it's going to be sunny in Green Bay, but Thursday, 32, a little bit warmer, just
All right.
barely freezing, but there is snow expected. We got a
All right.
20% chance all night. Definitely some flurries.
32 is warm when it comes to football. And I know that he hasn't, I think his stat is like under 60. He like struggles,
Yeah.
Tua. But I wouldn't be as pressed about 32 and a little flurries.
If it's 3.5, what side are we on?
What's the wind?
Yeah, the wind affects the cap the most, actually.
12 mph?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
10 plus?
That's significant.
Still like the over. I don't know.
Stay
man.
tuned. We'll chat about the dessert.
Do you which way do you lean though? To put a button on it, I lean Green Bay. Still.
I lean the Dolphins in the points.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a fun.
I think it's gonna get
at the little
overblown.
crib.
Overblown the situation with it being cold and the Fins and
That's
every
fair.
casual bettor is going to be looking at the Fins because it's cold out. That's going to be the whole cap. It's cold outside. We're taking
right.
Green Bay.
You're
so
right. You're
keep
right.
an eye on that. Leftovers. Raiders at Chiefs on a Friday. This is the biggest number on the board. Desmond Ridder potentially starting here for the Raiders.
Jeez.
Could get ugly.
This season though, we got it in our notes. The Chiefs are 5-1 against the spread, laying 6 or more. When we know Mahomes laying 3.5 or more is under 500 on his career.
Yeah, when they lay big numbers, they don't cover them. And
They don't.
Especially this year. 14. If Ridder goes, it's going to get to 2 touchdowns.
you gotta take the points.
Can't do it.
You gonna lay it?
In Green Bay or in Kansas City, yeah.
Yeah. I can't.
Against
do it.
Desmond Ridder?
It's an AFC West Cardinal sin. Ben, you know this. 7.5 or more. You gotta take the divisional foe.
I will say Mahomes did come out after last game saying, I would like some of these wins to be blowouts now.
Yeah,
So
this will be a game they dial it up against Desmond Ritter. Aiden O'Connell has a broken thumb on his throwing hand, so that's like the grip of the rock and I don't love that at all. They're gonna.
I'm
get smashed,
disappointed that Pierce might not be working out over there.
Let's close it out.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
No
God.
comment.
Parade or no parade?
I'm a parade guy on TV. Parade on TV guy.
We just talked about going.
If I'm in New York,
Oh, okay. Where do you live?
I could throw a baseball from where I live. I might as well pop
if we're in New York, like what you live? Do you live somewhere else?
If I don't live in New York, I'm not going out of my way to a parade.
But you used to live right by the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and we got a little access.
You
We
don't
got a
put me
little.
on blast. Yes, I lived in Herald Square. It cost my whole single life. The first year of dating. I don't want to talk about it. I didn't know what I did when I moved in there. I was looking for a 6-month lease. There was like 4 options.
Parade. I say parade too. I
You're
think
a parade
that'd be
guy?
fun. I'm not a parade guy, but I would go to the. I would go this year.
If the Bears Bulls win a championship the next 5 years, are you going to go to the parade? That's the question.
Oh, I go to championship parades. I went to the Cubs parade in 2016.
Good.
And that's
Because you're a good
that's the only-
vibes guy. We
That's
need
the only
you
one
at the parade.
That's the only one I
No,
got. I was too
we're
young
we're
for
talking
the
about Sesame
Bulls.
Street characters as big blow up.
Yeah. Like, am I going to that West Village dogs dress up on Halloween parade? No.
Yes, correct. All right, let's close it out with this. How to watch Bet on Sports without alarming family members or dealing with family members that maybe don't realize you have real-life wagers on games and they're asking you questions. And
Especially when
How do
one
you
side
do
of
it?
my family's ordering Boston Market to go. Oh, yeah. We don't want to go to that side of the family on Thanksgiving.
with the spiral.
Boston Market? Have you had that?
Yeah, it's actually solid, but not on Thanksgiving.
No. Nah, I'd rather cook. Me personally. Perfect plate. I'd like to hear yours first.
Oh, this is easy. Turkey, white and dark meat. You have to have a mix. Don't be the guy that only eats white meat. It's stupid.
Will you grab anything with, like a thigh, something like that? Grab a
dark meat. Yeah, I'm grabbing thigh. I'm grabbing a drumstick.
drumstick.
Yeah,
I couldn't get the name to come in mind.
Yeah, then
You're a drumstick guy.
yeah.
No chance I'm grabbing a drumstick on round 1 with the turkey. Take the top.
Well, typically my grandmother would the meat would be laid out.
Yeah.
Like they would carve and then she would kind of pull it off, but then there would be like if you wanted like a little
Oh, it's
wing or something.
organized?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
kind of
that's
like a platter,
sensational.
right? So the older I get, stuffing is kind of growing on me. And I haven't been my whole life haven't been a stuffing guy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of growing on me. So I'm going turkey, white and dark meat, macaroni and cheese, stuffing, some greens. You got to have a little greens for digestion.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Little greens. And then gravy on top of everything. Cranberry sauce on a different plate.
Oh,
I don't need cranberry sauce with my gravy, but everything else has gravy on top of it 100%.
It doesn't get its own plate, like a tiny little
like a little
bowl.
side dish. Yeah.
I'm not really changing too much on that. I'm not a sweet potatoes guy on this day. I
in a
throw
roll.
them on. I throw on sweet potato.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet
Yeah.
potatoes.
Candy yams.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Same setup as you. Big gravy guy. Didn't realize how unhealthy it is for you, but I digress.
What'd you think?
Yeah, wait.
I didn't really
It's
know
literally
what
like
gravy. Like I
lard
never looked
on
into.
top of your-
I just never looked into gravy. It's up there with like bacon grease. You got to pick your spots.
Yeah.
But defensively, dessert wise, I'd like to hear dessert. Pumpkin pie and pumpkin bread. I wait all year for.
Sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie.
For me.
Whipped cream, no whipped cream.
Cornbread.
Whipped cream guy.
No whipped cream. I keep it actually.
No whipped cream.
Actually, I have before, but I usually don't have whipped cream.
Wait, did you just say cornbread as a dessert?
Yeah, I eat cornbread as a dessert.
That's not a dessert.
Yeah,
For me,
I
for
think,
me,
part
I,
of-
I
no,
have
I
it
think
as
that's
dessert.
like the tomato fruit or vegetable.
People definitely eat it
That's up for
with
debate.
their meal, but I eat it as dessert
Yeah.
after the fact.
I mean, we live
I
in
eat
a
rolls or like some type of biscuit or
Okay.
something. Any
Yeah.
bread, I'll eat with my meal, and then I'll have.
Any chance you
cornbread
and I
after
at
lunch.
your apartment can pull off this meal together with me as your sous chef?
Zero shot.
Like, who has a better shot, the Raiders beating the Chiefs or us pulling this plate off?
Raiders money line. Raiders money line.
Raiders with Ritter?
with Ritter.
Oh, end the
money
segment.
line.
End the
Before we cook up a plate that's edible like that.